Welcome everybody to the SnowTalk Podcast. Hey.
We're back.
Good to be back, mate. It's been a while, eh?
It's been a while. To the far over there, far left, we have Pastor Jafi.
Thank you for having me.
All the way from Griffith, G-Town.
G-Town.
And then to my left here, we have the man, Pastor Cedric.
How's it going? Good to be here.
What's up, brother? And myself, Jahnneric, up for there.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
You gotta give yourself a bit more.
No.
You gotta feel like you gave us.
No.
You hyped us up, but
This is the main man right here.
Generic.
I'll let you introduce.
No. And to my right,
Yes, far right.
and to my far right is the one and only
No.
multimedia sensation,
This guy,
Multi-talented.
multi-talented.
Now I gotta do that to you, man.
Yep.
Generic. I feel it. Come on, man.
Good to be with you,
Yeah,
brother.
man. One button off.
It's hard. The aircons are working, man. The aircons are working, man. Oh. And then we can't forget about one man we
Come
have
on
in the
now.
booth.
Yes, sir.
And that's our brother over there.
There's Myron in the
booth.
Yes, split it, brother. Split it.
Show me the camera.
Yes.
Camera's on today.
True. Hey, just a bit of an introduction, guys. How are we? How's the week's been? It's been a minute since we've caught up. So, how's everyone feeling? Anything new? Updates and how things have been going. We'll start with you, my brother.
Yeah, Seki. Just been trying to keep busy. Just in the work at church lad. So that's really taken up a lot of my time. It's getting closer to the end. Not as in the end of the world, but like as in the end of the year. End of the year. So everyone, there's a lot of programs and events that everyone wants to run, and so just catering to the churches, and just trying to find my love in ministry.
That's awesome, bro. You said it, bro. What's been happening, man?
Hey,
Anything
it's all been happening. We've been eating good, that's for sure. We had our men's ministry on Sunday night.
new?
So it's pretty much just an opportunity for the men in the church, young men, to come together.
Yeah.
Mad.
And we went out to Star Buffet, south side of Canberra.
Solid. Shout out them.
Oof. It was
Have
so
you been?
good.
Have you been there?
Yeah. Remember we went that one time when I first came.
Oh yeah.
You guys been there, eh?
Yeah.
Nah, we went with
With Morgan.
and Dathan, and yeah.
How was it?
It was great, bro.
I don't know. Okay, ready. My thing is,
Tell us.
when you
tell
go
us.
to a buffet, you don't you gotta manage your expectations straight away because it's quantity over quality.
Yeah.
But Canberra is alright.
Yeah.
It's alright,
So he's saying like 5 out of 10. Is that what we're saying?
Well, you know what? I'll give him a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, because the food is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was it?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, to be honest. Like, I was fasting all day. I barely made it to the buffet. I almost had a berry, a blueberry, strawberry.
true,
I was hungry. Anyways, we got there and I was keen, and got to some of the food and it was a bit dry, and I was like, you know what, I don't care. I'm not fussy. I want to eat it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I
It's
better
just one
get
of
to
those ones. Yeah.
So Star Buffet, hey, we appreciate you guys, man. You guys doing great, but it was nice. It was nice to connect with some of the brothers there and have some
Well,
good
it
conversation.
depends. Where were you? What country were you at in Canberra? Because they have the flags. You have the Asia, and then you have Italy.
I don't even know.
Oh, true.
I went. Honestly, I was too hungry. I was so lost. I didn't know where to go. There was too many options.
True. That's how they break it up.
Everywhere.
They have like the flags for like where the food comes from.
You know that Spider-Man meme?
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was good. And then yesterday, like I said, we've been eating good. We had Dez's birthday. Right, we went
birthday,
out to
brother.
Rashes.
Is that
Yesterday.
your place, Des?
It was just nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
True.
So we thought we'd go out to Belconnen just to celebrate Dez's birthday because he was away on his birthday. So had another good feed. So yeah, we've just been celebrating.
True.
And just busy with work. Just trying to help church members.
Yeah.
People applying for different jobs. So they're looking for job references and things like that. So I've been, on chat GPT. We're interacting. Interacting. That's the key word.
Yeah.
We're not getting chat to write it up. We're interacting with chat, and trying to help out church
Inspiration.
Yeah, man.
Inspiration
We
from
just-
ChatGPT.
So that's been me, man. It's been good.
So in the span of 4 weeks, lads, that's kind of been the wrap up of your guys' 4 weeks in the past month. Is just celebrating, eating,
meetings, church meetings.
church meetings. Wow, just
church
learning.
meetings. 4 months, like 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks. I
Yeah,
think that's
damn.
since the last time we caught up.
Yeah.
So,
What
wow.
about yourself, man?
Yeah.
Mr. Worldwide
Mr. Worldwide.
or Mr. Queensland?
Yeah.
Islander?
Oh,
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah, man. How are you,
Nah,
Eagles?
man. Hey, busy, man. Life has been busy, but man, God has been good. I was in Queensland for about 2 weeks for the South Queensland Big Camp. If anyone doesn't know what that is, listeners might not know what that is. It's basically a big church conference camp where about like 5,000, 7,000 people all gather for worship, and it was good.
South Queensland's big camp is massive.
Yeah. It's a big camp. So
how much numbers did you guys get in the tent that you were singing at?
So the tent that we were like in the worship tent that we were in was holding about I think it got up to about 900 people within the tent. Yeah, bro. So and apparently our tent that we usually worship in, which is the 25 plus tent. So everything's kind of categorized in ages.
Yeah.
And so the tent that we were in, 25 plus, usually the other years they weren't really bigger number. And where this year was just record breaking. So I think the record, got broken at like 400. And then we, night by night, we went up to like 650, and then it was like 700, and then by the end of it, it was like 900 people. So like,
fit inside? Or was it capacity?
so like, it was completely full inside, but then people had their chairs outside of their tents, man.
Fair.
So it was crazy. Like it was actually insane. So yeah,
All
God
came
is good.
to see you?
What's that?
All came to see you?
What's that?
All of them came to see
No,
you?
man. Nah, we had a mad pastor. Shout out Pastor Abner. He brought the word for us.
Nice.
So, but yeah, so that's what I've been up to in those 2 weeks. And then we just recently celebrated my sister. She got married. So shout out to my sister,
Congratulations.
and my brother Issy and Mal. They got recently married. So praise the Lord for them. High school sweethearts, guys.
Yeah,
so-
I'd love to see it.
I know, man.
Love to see it.
Yeah, funny story. Like I remember when I was in year 12 when they started dating. You know, this was my last year of school, and then her friends are like, "Hey, Jahnneric, you see your sister? She's like walking around."
Yeah. How old are they?
So they're 2 years younger than me. So like 23,
Nice.
23, 24.
And they've been
23,
dating since like year 10?
Yeah. See, since year 10, so about like nearly maybe 7-8 years. And
Wow.
yeah, they're great people, man. Like especially my brother-in-law Issy, man. He's the man. He loves his cars, and he's an MMT for days. So.
True.
See, gang.
So yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. So very busy, been with family, traveling a bit. So, but it's good to be back in the HQ, which is Canberra,
man.
the
Bush
milk
capital. Bush capital.
the milk. But brothers, that leads us into our first segment of the night, and that is I'm going to give it over to you, Seti. Yes. This is all you, brother.
Man, this is one of my favorite, probably my favorite, actually. Not my favorite up and going, by the way. Let's just clarify that one straight off the bat.
It's this one.
It's that one over there.
this one.
There it is, right there. Banana up and go. But once again, Weetbix Champion of the Week. We're not sponsored, but we're praying on it.
Yeah.
So anyways, we just want a massive shout out to one of the schools that I actually did week of worship, which is MacArthur Adventist College. They're a school out in southwest Sydney, around Campbelltown, Cashula Way, Liverpool. So they have organized a mission trip to go over to Samoa to run like a week of worship.
Wow.
And I've seen some of the clips, and I was a victim of the worship leaders. What they do is they get you up to the front of chapel, and they make you lead out the songs. And one of the songs was, man, this song was popping off, was When Jesus Says Yes.
Yeah.
And they got the moves that, forward and back. And I've seen the clip in Samoan, all the kids.
Can we see?
Sorry. It's for another episode. Some really good songs that they're teaching the kids over there in the islands. Because obviously in the islands, there's songs that we're used to, the classics, but for the islander kids, they're getting to know some of these new songs and new actions. So massive shout out to Miss Valvasa and Miss Hick, Mr. Let, all of the staff there at MacArthur doing awesome job out in Samoa, leading the worship and serving the communities there. So they'll be
Awesome.
My champions of the week.
Let's give them a round of applause over there, MacArthur, the family there, over doing great work in Samoa. And also, you actually spoke there recently, hey, bro?
I did, man. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Maybe you can touch on that a bit.
Yeah, so I was invited to go to MacArthur to share for their week of spiritual emphasis. So for context, I've been out of schools for over half a year now. I used to work in schools for 4 years. So anyways, I was invited by Pastor Alexis and Zora and Pastor Bees. They're such an awesome team.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, man.
I love those guys.
It was always a blessing to be able to work alongside them. And it was nice to go to a different part of Sydney. Man, the Southwest is different.
It's different, bro. Hey.
It's so different.
It's so different, bro.
But it was really nice to check out MacArthur. They used to be like the little brother, compared to Mountain View and Hills, but they're like the big bro now. They're the biggest school in Greater Sydney. Yeah,
wow.
They were chockers, and it was really nice to be back in schools. You know, I forget how intense it is, like doing chaplaincy. But you know, hats off to our educators, chaplains, all the staff that do such an amazing job. So yeah, MacArthur was really nice. We spoke about Echo and you know, had to bust out some of the anime moves and like Goku just to, you know, just to connect with some of the kids. So it was really nice to meet the school kids there and just to speak into their lives. So yeah, thanks for having me at MacArthur and thanks for serving our people in the motherland in Samoa as well. Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Awesome. Brother Jaff is
Hey, you know, my Weetbix Champ of the week is a group that just went across the Pacific. So MacArthur was in Samoa, and the group I want to shout out is Narromine Dubbo, led by Pastor Paul Namakandre. And they went over to Fiji, and they were out there helping one of their schools, just I guess kind of like renovating it with the libraries and just facilities for the kids there, and their work was noticed, and they even made the Fiji news.
wow.
So I just wanted to shout out them for always having a heart of mission, and you know, it was Pastor Paul is such a like a workhorse.
Yeah, man.
That's such a workhorse, and yeah, so I just want to shout out him and his group that went over, because they did an amazing job just pushing Jesus and mission over there.
Narromine Dubbo, man. Those country folks.
Yeah.
Because I've been to, I'm out at Narromine every year. And, you know, those farmers, you know, those country folks, man, they don't play around. They're all about community, all about putting the head down and
just
getting to work.
Done,
And if you see the videos and the clips, there's a lot of kids, youth, young people that are there, you know, putting their hand up to serve all the way out in VT level there. So, champions.
Awesome. And just for people who are listening and they don't know what a mission trip is, or if they've never experienced what that is, because I didn't know that. Not many people know what it is. Have you guys ever been on a mission trip before? And if so, how is that for you guys?
Never.
Closest, sorry, someone say that? No. So the closest thing I've done is a Stormco trip, which is a mission trip, but not overseas, but here in Australia. So we went out to Narromine actually. So when I was working in Albury Wodonga, which is the bottom of New South Wales, so we traveled about 5-6 hours.
Wow.
With some of my students. We traveled out to Narromine and Dubbo. One reason is because these are our sister churches, but we rarely connect because of distance. So we were pretty keen to get out to our sister school, which is Narromine Christian School, but also not just that, but connect with our churches as well in Narromine and Dubbo. So yeah, we went out to Kelso. We went out to Apollo House at East Dubbo, and we wanted to connect with the Indigenous community because there's a massive Indigenous community there. And when we talk about mission trip, we really want to serve on them and minister to them in a way that is meaningful. So obviously, knowing country folks, they love their footy. So you know, one of the things that I was keen on was playing footy with the kids. And the kids will rock up no shoes, and they just see, as soon as they see a ball, they just want to play. So, you know, we'll play soccer, touch footy. You know, I taught them how to play handball, my little, you know, tricks and moves. You know, give them a little workshop. So yeah, so essentially mission trip is just opportunity to minister, serve on a community in a meaningful way.
Definitely.
Awesome.
I think David Ashrick puts it well. He says that when you have a heart of mission, a mission trip is wherever your 2 feet are.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, like there's always been opportunities to help around your local community.
Yeah.
And I encourage mission trips.
Yeah.
But I would also encourage that wherever you are, may that also be a mission for the work that you guys want to do too.
Yeah. I've been on one mission trip, and that was in year 11 when we went to Vanuatu.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we went to Vanuatu, and if like when you actually go on a mission trip, it's like so different, bro. Because we went over with the expectation that we're gonna do all this stuff, but like at the end of the trip, we felt like we were the ones that were being served by the end of it. Like the kids there, the community, they just uplifted our whole school, and it was crazy, bro. Like the kids that were there, man, it actually like not broke my heart, but I started to just feel like emotional because a lot of them had no shoes, bro. Like they had no t-shirts. They'll come to school like just like with nothing, and they'll be so happy just playing with a ball. Like, and it's just like, for me, I was looking at these kids, and it just humbles you when you go on that mission trip. Like, you're right, for anyone who hasn't been on one, it is a life-changing experience because you get to see how other people live their lives, you know, and it's in Vanuatu, they're limited resources, you know what I mean? It's not like over here in Australia, so you could definitely see the differences between lifestyles. You know, in school, growing up, like these guys were climbing up trees for fun. Like they only had one teacher that was managing like 50 kids. Like it was insane. And so like, yeah, a mission trip really changed my life. And it just made me think like, man, like I know my own community is struggling, but these guys, wow, like the struggle is real in these like small communities. And so yeah, a lot of them didn't even like bring lunch to school. They'll kind of be just sharing water amongst each other. And yeah, it just really humbles you, like as someone that's like, you know, born and raised in Australia. So, you know, we do have it lucky here in Australia. So and just bringing on to my Weetbix Champion of the Week, this was a hard one for me because I've been in Queensland, like I've been here, but I think one for me is actually someone that I've had conversation with, and that's and has really stood out to me. Is actually someone that I work with, which is Kyle Morrison. So like we've kind of journeyed a bit this year, but we had a chat on Tuesday, and he just spoke life into me, bro. Like we had a meeting about work or whatever, and the first thing he asked me was, Jahnneric, I don't want to get into everything else, but I want to ask you this first. What do you think God's called you to do in this life? And for me, that kind of just changed my whole perspective. Like he cared for my calling and what God had for me. So that's my champion of the week. And I think it's just very special. Like when you have mentors that kind of just put things aside, they see things from a different perspective, and they're like, they care for your heart. So that's mine.
Kyle Morrison, what an awesome guy, man. He's community, bro. He is community, that bro. Community services, that's his heart. Mission, that's what he's about.
100%.
Beast.
Yeah, he is, bro. So, man, praise the God for good mentors, man. We have, you know, you guys have mentioned them quite a bit, but yeah, shout out to our mentors. Like, thank you. We love you guys, and you guys make such our lives a better place. And this leads us into our favorite place and our favorite segment of this podcast, which is our cold takes. And basically, this is just a lighthearted version of hot takes, and they can be on different topics, you know. Jafi has some wild takes that he's kind of got viral on. Said he has some wild takes, you know. True. So sometimes we're hated for these takes, and sometimes, you know, we're loved for them. So
it is what it is.
So yeah, our cold takes are just basically just lighthearted segment where we can just break the ice and have a bit of fun. And so our first one, kicking it off, we have the Pacific Champions coming up this week, boys. Like it kicks off this Sunday, man.
We want to start with Des on that one. Des, please.
Nah, just talk to us. I just want to hear from the mouth of Des. For our listeners and viewers, Des is half Samoan, half Tongan. So for the Pacific,
that's tough, man. That's tough.
Who are we going for, Des?
That's right, Des. You can be honest.
You can be honest.
This is the fatherland.
T-gang. He's going for the
T-gang. What's that?
Tonga.
Come on, man.
For the win, bro.
For the win.
Is that prediction? Well, who's making it to the finals?
Ooh. I'll say Tonga in Australia.
Oh, wait. Wait. So the Pacific Championships is Tonga, New Zealand, Samoa.
Yeah.
Those three.
I thought
This is not World Cup.
Australia's in playing against England.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Ashes.
true.
Yeah, Ashes series.
Nah, just Tonga, bro. We'll smash it, bro. We'll smash it.
It doesn't matter. He said the rock.
It
doesn't matter.
It's just Tonga. Tonga, mate.
The boys are salty.
Stay on that side, bro. Stay on that side, bro.
But mate,
Well, no offense hitters over here. I respect that.
Come on, mate.
I respect that because a lot of people are like, oh, I love both. But he's like straight Tonga.
Yeah.
And I respect that, bro, because you're not offensive.
What about you guys? You guys definitely not on the fence. What's happening?
Oh,
come on, mate.
mate.
Come on, mate.
685, brother. I bleed.
6,
Blue,
8
bro.
to the 5, baby.
Hey, give us a.
Mate, it's on. Come on, mate. It's here all day.
Come on, bro.
Hey.
So on Sunday, we have our first games kicking off, which is Samoa versus New Zealand. Have you guys seen the lineups?
Yeah. But
I'm not gonna lie.
I just want to say, New Zealand has 9 Samoans. New Zealand has 9 Samoan players on their squad. Mate, it's Samoa versus Samoa.
You had to say
Come
it,
on,
bro.
mate. Come on,
Yeah,
give it a break.
Yeah. True. I'm not gonna lie, man. When I saw the team list, I was like, we're good,
Yeah.
but we're not like.
Yeah, nah,
it's not like our best team.
But
Yeah.
then I saw the team list yesterday,
yeah.
and I was like, oh, nah.
It's on there,
We're
bro.
good. We're actually good. We're second. We're second.
Right, like everyone's like, you know how you have those couch coaches.
Yeah.
Oh, why isn't this person
Yeah, I
playing?
think
Why
I
is
got my
this
list on
person
my
starting?
Come on, no.
Like, yeah. Oh, let's do the matchup say. So who you taking? I'll get the lineups out.
Yeah.
And you tell me who you would rather in that
Are you talking about like dream team, or are you talking about like just in the actual
in
squad?
the actual squad.
Is this for New Zealand versus Samoa?
matchups? Yep, matchups.
New Zealand versus Samoa.
Yeah, New Zealand versus Samoa. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Chance Nigel Klokstad versus Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, that's RTS, man.
RTS all day, and no bias.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No bias.
That's
huh?
easy.
Jermaine Isaku versus Murray Taulangi.
Yeah, I'll go Jermaine there.
Jermaine.
Really?
Exactly, yeah.
Nah, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Bro, Murray Taulangi's an origin winger. He played for Queensland, bro. That's where that's
true.
and he's a meter eater. Like I think Jermaine has the finishing, but meter eating, like man, that's Murray Taulangi. And to his credibility, he made Queensland. I don't think if Jermaine Isaku was eligible, I don't think he would make it, but Murray Taulangi made it.
That's a take.
That's a take, bro.
That's
think I
a
gotta-
take.
That's a take, bro.
Wait, I think I need to find the stat. I've got a stat for you though. 2025.
I like Jermaine, but
So like, guess who's the top
point scorer, eh?
point scorer in NRL this year?
Jermaine Isaku. But
Come
because of
on,
his kicks, it's because it's a kicker, and also he gets tries.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if the game is like even,
Yeah.
and you want someone to
execute
kick a goal,
and finish.
see, that's what I'm saying.
If
Jermaine
fantasy
Isaku.
team league, I'm taking Jermaine.
But on this sheet here for Sunday,
Yeah.
who are you taking in your team, Jermaine or Amari? You guys are taking Jermaine, okay? Fair enough.
Yeah, that's my.
Fair enough. I'm Murray Taulangi all day, and that's no bias as well. He's a Queensland winger. That's
sure.
why. Matt Timoko versus Isaac Tango.
Oh, that's Isaac Tango, bro.
Tango. Yep.
That's Penrith Panthers.
Come on.
Yeah, see,
4 Pete.
Come on.
He's in 4
Yeah,
rings.
3
4 rings, mate.
I don't know which one it
Yeah.
is.
Casey McLean versus Dean Mariner.
Oh, that's
That's a lineup.
Mate,
that is a
That
tough
is a matchup,
all
bro.
I want to say is, did anyone watch the finals?
Yeah.
Come on, mate. Did anyone watch the finals?
Yeah.
Yeah. My only thing is Dean Mariner's a winger for me.
Yeah, he's a finisher.
That's my only
That's true.
like.
But he actually started out in the centers. That was that's his prime position is the centers. But you're right.
To me, he's a winger.
Yeah.
Playing in the centers.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my only thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So who you guys taking in this?
But with that being said, Dean Mariner.
Dean Mariner. Dean Mariner.
My conclusion is.
Hey, Dean Mariner.
Come on, man.
Man, I might be biased on that one.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely biased on that one.
We're definitely biased on that one, but I'm taking him every day.
Same. I'm taking Dean Mariner as well. Ronaldo Mulitalo or Brian To'o?
Bizarre, bro. Come on. Easy.
That is
50 meters.
that is. But he's the best winger in the comp and in the world. Bizarre is.
That's Brian.
Ronaldo's never in the conversation.
Yeah.
Well,
When they talk about
Ronaldo's
best
good.
winger.
Like,
Yeah, he's
Solid.
He's great.
love the Uso.
Acrobatics.
It's Brian.
Yeah.
Bizzo all
Brian.
day, bro.
Yeah.
Dylan Brown versus Blaze Talangi.
Are we talking about the Dylan Brown?
What other Dylan
Oh.
Brown are we talking
Come on,
about?
come on. I
man?
mean, like the high point scorer, Dylan Brown.
No, yeah.
right now, hey, we're talking about like in form.
Right,
In form right now,
in
yeah.
form right now.
Dylan Brown, Parramatta Eels.
I'm
He's
gonna
kind
go
of been,
Blaze there.
I'm gonna go
Penrith
Blaze too.
Panthers.
Yeah.
You know, I think
Especially
he's
this
grown.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defense.
He's bro. He's a good hitter, bro.
Yeah, he'll whack you.
He puts hits on, man.
You'll feel it.
Shout out to Blaze. Kieran Foran versus Jerome Luai. A veteran versus Jerome Luai. 4-peat winner.
Man, I feel like we're so biased.
Yeah.
Jerome Luai.
Yeah.
Jerome Luai,
Jerome
bro.
Luai.
But it's like, I'm not being
Yeah,
biased.
sure.
He taking, man.
Yeah.
Like a 40-year-old Kieran Foran or Jerome Luai. He's just
yeah,
he's in his prime.
Kieran Foran, you're still in great form.
Yeah,
brother.
I love
In
you.
case
I love you.
watch this,
I love you,
mate,
Foz.
mate.
I love you,
Well, we're
Foz.
taking
Kieran Foran is
Jerome
OG, but
Yeah.
Jerome, bro.
Um,
Okay, now this is where it's gonna get interesting.
yeah,
this is the
point-
real.
Yeah, this is where
the
things
real
get hot.
combo.
James Fisher Harris versus Josh Papali'i. That's Des, what are you saying, brah? What are you saying, brah?
Pops, bro. Pops, bro.
Paps. Ooh. Big Papa. Who he taking in your team, bro? Fish or Paps? To be honest, I'm not even gonna be biased. I'm taking Josh Papali'i, bro. Bro,
I'm not being biased. I'm just gonna take. Bro, this
Bro,
guy is
that's a
milking
state.
it, bro.
That's a state of origin. That's a state of origin. Prop.
Well, we're talking about the now.
Oh, bro.
The now. You talking prime?
Okay, fine. We'll
saying
give
We're
that.
talking about now. We're talking about right now.
But we'll give that to James Fisher.
Yeah.
Nah,
We'll give that to
I'm
Fish.
gonna be honest, bro. James
Yeah.
Fisher.
Okay.
James
Yeah.
I'm not
Fisher
even
Harris.
gonna
Yeah.
try and be biased there.
He was part of that three
Three-peat?
rings.
No,
yeah.
4-peat. 4-peat.
Was he part of 4-peat?
4-peat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, James
This is
Fisher.
his first year.
Yeah, we gotta be
Yeah.
honest. We gotta be honest.
Come on,
Yeah.
James Fisher.
Sorry to all the Usos,
But,
man.
but prime pops, prime pops, I'm taking every day of the week.
All day, yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. James Fisher Harris.
Jerry Marshall King or Jazz Tavanga?
I don't think I've seen
Joe.
Jerry Marshall King? He's
Yeah.
good, bro.
Is he?
I rate him for Dolphins.
I
He's
will
good.
go with whatever you guys.
Jazz Tavanga, I love you also, but
So we're going with Dolphins number 9
we'll
there.
go-
Dolphins
Yeah,
number
yeah.
9.
fair.
Yeah.
Moses Leota versus Payne Haas.
Oh, bro.
Nah, you know me. I'm a Panthers supporter every day of the week.
See, that's
Mate,
That's tough.
I just want to say I've been a Panthers supporter since Jamie Soward was our best player. I've been here for a long, long time. And I love you, Moses Leota, mate. You're my guy. But I got to take Payne Haas on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Payne Haas, who you taking, bro? You taking, bro?
bro. I'm not even gonna. I said I was gonna be honest. I'll go Moses.
Whoa,
Straight
bro,
up.
that
No,
is insane.
you know, let me
That's
say-
an insane take.
No, I'm not even like joking. I've always been a Moses Leota fan. The reason why, he's always aggressive. Like he goes hard. He's always aggressive. And I feel like with a prop, you need someone that is gonna bring the.
You're not wrong, eh? You're not wrong.
That, you know,
Yeah.
and I think Payne he got it this year.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You're
sorry.
not wrong.
But
Love-
Payne Haas
love
is
Payne
dubbed,
Haas, but
but he's dubbed the best prop in the world.
I know they say that.
Best prop
But
of
he's
all
not
time.
lying though. Moses changed the
yeah,
energy
shoot,
on the field every single day of the
Bro,
week.
Moses Leota
Yeah.
bumped off Pat Carrigan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if
He
you look at
bumped them all.
if you look at Penrith versus Broncos, like obviously before this year,
Yep.
it's always been
Yeah.
Moses and Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So man, sorry to the Usos, but
I still got to take Payne.
The second row matchups are hectic.
yeah, it's another
Britton
hectic-
Nikora or Jeremiah Nanai.
Yeah, no.
No.
Nanai, yeah.
Just kick bomb in the air.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's got
Nanai's
it.
there, bro.
He's got it. Even Grubber, he's chasing
Yeah.
that.
He's there.
Oh, up there, down
Nanai's
there, everywhere,
utility.
bro. Yeah.
I reckon he can play centers.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a gun.
he wants it. He
Um,
wants the footy.
Isaiah Papali'i or Jaden Sua?
Sua.
Ooh,
Yeah,
man.
I'm going with
that's-
Jaden
I'm
Sua.
going with Sua. Yeah.
That's an origin player.
Yeah.
That's a Queensland second rower right there.
Man, I disagree. I'll go Isaiah.
Woo! Okay.
Fair.
See, I'm not biased.
Yeah.
I'm not biased
I'm
either.
just calling it how it is.
Oh,
Sorry,
same.
boys.
Same.
Isaiah. I'm gonna go Isaiah there.
Fair.
And the last matchup
That's a
is
tough one.
last one is Joseph Tapine or Junior Paulo.
Where we going?
Bro, I think the no-brainer is Joseph Tapine. I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
That one
agree.
hurts.
I agree.
But yeah.
Man.
I love Junior Paulo,
Yeah.
but he's a prop. He's not a lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph Tapine has way more experience in the lock position than him.
Yeah.
So yep, that's our lineup.
Damn,
but
that's
I
tough.
think a lot of our
that's tough.
went to Samoa.
Yeah.
I think it was even, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, well, mine was kind of even. I was more, How about what's the bench looking like?
Bench. Ooh, all right.
Bench, man.
Ooh, this is a good matchup. Phoenix Crosslands versus Chanel Harris Tavita. Bro, I'm taking Chanel, bro.
Harris Tavita.
Chanel Harris Tavita, bro.
Harris.
Chanel.
Nafahu White or Simi Sasangi?
Who?
Ooh, Nafahu White. He's the prop for Wristlers.
Yeah, for Wristlers, yeah.
He's a gun, bro. Nafahu's a gun.
Actually,
But Simi Sasangi has had a cracker year this year.
I gotta go Sasangi on that one because I seen him. I only watched one Raiders game, even though I live in. I only watched one. Like I think it was Broncos or was it Raiders? Yeah, Simi's good. He's
Yeah.
an impact player.
Yeah.
okay.
Like I like if you're a bench, you need to impact the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I throw on the field, you make impact, and I reckon
Yeah.
Sasangi's got that.
Yeah. I've actually heard that he's had a really good season this
He
year.
has been.
This is a good one. Aaron Clark or Terrell May?
Terrell May.
Terrell May.
Come on.
Terrell May.
Oh well, actually, Aaron Clark got the
Lock of the year.
year.
That's where like people are like, but it's Terrell May, bro.
Mm.
I'd rather have a prop than
Yeah.
a lock, to be honest. In a big game,
Yeah.
you want collisions, tackles,
Yeah,
meters.
that's true.
I don't need no lock ball playing.
That's true. Ben Gardner? You're the coach, mate.
Oh, I don't know. I just gotta say how it is. I'll say how it is.
And then the last one is Nelson Asofa Solomona versus Francis Molo.
It's
Nelson.
Nelson, bro.
Nelson.
Who else?
Nelson.
One of
Yeah.
the Hummels.
Big Nas. Big Nas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he puts it over Francis. I'd rather him over Francis Molo.
You know what I reckon? Hot take, or cold take, I don't know. If Nelson played in the grand final last year, I reckon Penrith would have lost.
Oh.
Wow.
And if Nelson played in the grand final this year, I reckon
They would have won.
They probably would have beat Broncos.
Wow.
You need props. You
Yeah.
need strong players that impact the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how much I rate Nelson.
Wow.
It's just his
Big nasty.
too tall, bro. Hitting people's shoulders.
I can't say anything, bro, because I was happy when Nelson wasn't playing
Exactly.
last year.
Exactly. Everyone would have been happy.
Yeah.
Bro, when he got the
He
ban
would've-
for the finals, I
Yeah.
was cheering.
He would have folded Penrith.
Yeah. But he
Well,
looks a lot of,
let's
he
not
gets-
say he would have fought. You know, we had Moses there and Fisher holding the line.
to be fair, he gets a lot of penalties though.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of penalties. That's why he got dropped. Craig Bellamy didn't play
You
him.
reckon? True.
Yeah. It's because he's so tall.
He's too tall,
A lot of the
man.
times he comes in and it just gets them on the
Shoulders.
chin.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's you can't really.
So that's the full lineups, man. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool how we've. But to me, we're all leaning towards Samoa with players, but we'll see because man, sometimes Samoa can be really good on paper, but on the field, it's just they're disconnected. You know what I mean?
You need chemistry.
Yeah, bro.
Chemistry.
I feel like that's what Tonga has, like so much, bro. They have such good.
bro. The Red Sea.
Yeah, I think Samoa they need time to play together.
Yeah.
Play together. Yeah.
But it's also like I think bonding wise as well. I think they have Samoa always have big personalities in their
Yeah.
teams
Mm.
to where like sometimes if they may clash. I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
I'm not in camp.
Well, mate.
Are you in camp, mate? This guy's talking like he's in camp.
I got the word from Spenny.
Are you,
Got the word from
are you
Spenny.
Freddie Tulagi?
Take off your shirt.
Hello.
Oh, that's crack up. All right, boys, we'll move away from the Pacific champs. We're going to go into something like this, yeah? Who has the best war cry out of those islands? Samoa,
Oi.
Tonga, Fiji, Cook Islands, New Zealand.
That is
Who's one that you're just G'd up after they go, after they do their thing? Who's like, yeah, bro, I want to run on the field cars. Because you got Tonga, do.
Yeah.
Nah, don't let him do it like that. Don't let him do it. Don't do it.
Damn, pull it.
Yeah,
Do.
don't let him do it like that.
Hey, don't do that again. Don't do that again.
Oh, look, go.
I'll stop recording.
No, right. So you got the Tongans just doing that, or you got the Samoans. Samoa, awalea, awala
Do
fefe.
they still do that?
Yep. Awe isa.
Yeah.
And then you got the Maldives, bro. That bring out the
feel
mad
like-
haka.
That's a tough one, eh?
And then the Fijians with their Nongo Masu, you know what I mean? Their song.
Oh, I'm
The
thinking
hymn.
of the Union team that do that.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah. And then you got
the Drua.
the Cook Islands when they do their thing.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I've
yet.
never seen
Oh
that.
yeah. That's sad.
Tough.
That's a tough one, eh?
So out of those islands, Tonga, Fiji, Samoa, which one do you reckon is the
Because
most?
the obvious answer would be New Zealand.
Yeah, because their one is a lot more fierce.
Yeah, it's all.
They
It's
got
all
the pukana,
Yeah.
you know, the eyes are going.
But like-
the tongue,
but
Yeah,
just for
true.
like
you know what I'm saying?
like patriotic.
This guy. What you mean, bro? I grew up in New Zealand, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta hit him with the pukana.
Yeah.
You gotta bring
But-
the NO.
But just for like, I get pumped up every time I hear Lemanu. Like every time I hear that,
You get pumped up.
I get
by
pumped
hearing
up.
that.
Bro, I just,
Not me, bro.
yo, I get pumped up by that.
But like Toa, like
Yeah.
out of the Pacific champs.
But just the tour
yeah, Toa,
stuff.
Pacific champs.
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
those three, whose one's got the toughest one, bruh? Who's one that's not gonna lie, bruh? I reckon the Tongan one is tough, bro.
Yeah.
I reckon their
Can
one
you
is
show us one more
hectic.
time?
Ko hoku,
Yeah.
ko motonga, tofia.
Yeah. Man, that's tough.
Hey, put it down.
Yeah.
But then Samoa's actually pretty hectic when the Penrith boys get in their faces.
Mm.
You know, the Penrith boys when they do the Sivatau,
Mm.
bro, they're pretty on, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's a tough one.
Tough one.
Well, when they did it last year at the World Cup,
We need I feel like if we had a clip,
yeah,
you know, it'd be easy. It'd be easy to analyze it.
You know what?
Hot
From
analysis.
Like if you didn't know what any of them were saying,
Yeah.
and like you just took it at face value, I think New Zealand takes it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got
Just
the
because-
pukana.
Because they just got that, like that.
The Bucana.
Bro,
You know?
they're hitting with the...
Yeah.
They got the mana.
But like, cause like with Samoa and Tongan,
Yeah,
and
we
we know
don't
what
get
they're
it.
saying,
Yeah.
and then it's like it's kind of like hypes you up because of what they're saying. But if you were just an English speaker watching it,
Yeah.
New Zealand takes
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
Yeah,
Bro, they got the...
yeah.
You know?
You know, their tongue comes out, eh?
Mm.
And then when
Give it to the
James,
Maldives there.
when James Fisher Harris, he sees eyes, eh, when they roll back.
bro.
Charlotte, man, that's
Has
fierce.
to be. It's got to be the Maldives, man.
All right.
Yeah, it has
It's
to.
the OG. They're the OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
They're the OG.
Yeah.
All right, this is another one. Along the kind of Pacific Islands, which island has the best accent when they try to speak English?
Oh, yeah, I got mine.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Just the Fijians.
The
Hit us with one.
You know, want to come to it. See,
No,
Shit, man.
No, I grew up on that. Yeah. It's just like bola eh. One another.
I want to know.
You want to come over there to church this Saturday and yeah, come there and we are.
See what I'm saying?
We come there and go have some kana and you know.
Naka. That's
But they shake their head a lot, eh?
Nah,
this guy, man.
nah, but
Not enough.
that one is that you saying the best or
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the best.
accent. Yeah, I'll say the Fijians.
Yeah, fair. I don't know. The Samoan one's pretty funny.
But
How's it
the
go?
Yeah,
The-
just broken English one. You know, if you come and you going to how much your giant fees there, mate?
how about the octopus eat the team? You know if the octopus eat the team.
Yeah. Nah.
And then the Tongans ones, they just pronounce everything T's with D's, eh?
Mm.
Show us.
Just.
He was.
No,
There's my note. There's my note.
I want to see you do it.
So well,
I'm gonna say the Fijians on that one for sure.
to be honest, yeah. Wait. Rephrase the question. Which one can you understand better? I reckon it's when the Fijians are talking. When someone's trying to talk English, I love them, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't really understand what they're trying to say. God bless our people, man.
bless our
For real.
Mm-hmm.
God bless.
After
Yeah,
12.
it might be Fiji.
Has
It
to
might
be.
be
Come on,
Fiji.
man.
Yeah, lakumai. Yeah.
Hey, man,
Yeah,
this brother.
Sambula.
Man, this guy, man.
Yes, bro. Shout out to all my Fijians. I have a
This guy
lot of
wants to
Fijian
shout
brothers
out after that.
and sisters, man. I have a lot of them.
Yeah. Nah, Fijians.
It has to be, bro. It has to be.
All right. Well, our next one.
yeah.
This one here.
This guy.
What are they gonna do?
That's old. I forgot about that. I forgot about
Bro,
that.
Mountain View was Fijians and Samoans, bro. Mountain View, like my sister's best friend's Fijian, my other sister's best friend's Fijian, my best friend's Fijian. Like the Fijian and Samoans just intertwined.
So we gotta give it to the Viti level.
Yeah, the Vita level.
Yeah, and the English accent.
Has to be. See, we just off the bat, it's Fijian.
Yeah.
Fijian, man. Shout out to the Fijians, bro. Like See. I don't want to say any other words. Hey, this is another cold take. Said he sat down today and he saw me drinking my coffee.
Oh.
And then he goes, bruh.
We just want to emphasize this is Cedric.
Yeah, Cedric. Cedric over here.
This is Cedric.
Yeah, Cedric over here, guys.
My brother.
Yeah. He sat down next to me and he saw me drinking my coffee and he goes, bro, coffee is overrated.
It's true. It is true.
Plead your case though. Like,
well, first of all, the taste.
yeah.
It's like bitter.
Yeah, baby taste, bro.
Like strong. Did you reckon?
Yeah, it's a
Well, that's true. I'm still on the Milos.
Yeah.
Like hot chocolate, but just coffee in general. Like people are like, oh, yeah, let's go out, have a coffee. It's like, what? Why? Like, can I save my $6.50, $7?
Bro, I paid $7 for a coffee today, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Well, cars. Yes.
Nah, it's an acquired taste, I think.
Yeah, I just think it's
Because people like that bitter,
true.
That like bitter taste. Like, I still need a bit of that sweetness. That's why my coffee is that mocha.
Oh.
Yeah, because I still do it. But I don't mind. I don't mind like a flat white or like a latte. But it's just.
Oh, you didn't discriminate, are you?
Man,
Just
mate.
whatever.
Right? It's a fun fact. I'm a barista.
Oi, there you go. When did you start drinking coffee? If you did.
You know what? I started drinking coffee. You know when back in the day it was just Kara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Kara.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Instant.
that one there, the decaffeinated ones.
Yeah.
Then I just needed a little something more.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I need a little buzz with it. But
When,
then
yeah.
I don't mind it.
Yeah. When you drink coffee, it's like you can't stop after that. Like it gives you such a, like, I don't know, nice feeling to where, I don't know, it does something to your brain. But when I drink coffee, it's caffeine. It does something, man.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it actually relaxes me more than it hypes me up for some reason. And I love the taste of coffee. Like
I think you need to start getting off the coffee.
I know, eh? Oh, bro. Mate, I started
Get onto these bad boys. Right? If you're not on up and go, I don't know what you're doing.
I started drinking coffee when I was like 17. I was 16, 17. And
in
like,
school?
yeah, in school. It's because I used to see, like, I used to dress nice to school, like wear my blazer, tie and everything. And I was gunning for school captaincy. But I used to see a lot of the teachers walk in with their coffees. Yeah. And I thought that was so cool.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought that was so cool, bro.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
It's an acquired taste. Because you would like...
I think it's more of a social thing.
You would like salmon coco.
Yeah.
But I know people that hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because salmon
the
coco...
Bengals, it's all the particles in it.
Like all of the... But I don't know. Coffee's good. Like,
Coffee's nice.
I disagree.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Is it the taste? Is it the taste?
Taste, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Taste.
Have you had a good coffee though with milk and with like maybe a sweetener?
Trust me. I've tasted it.
So you've tried?
I've tried. But yeah.
Coffee with or without sugar?
Oh, both.
Yeah.
All of it. Milk, no milk.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if it's just...
And you don't like coffee either, Des?
Nah, I don't like coffee, bro.
So we're the same.
Sure.
Wow.
Fair enough, eh?
Okay.
Nah, I don't mean fair.
Do we think it's overrated? Look, I can understand if you think it is overrated because right now it costs like $7 just for a cup.
Yeah.
And that's every day, yeah?
And that's every day, man.
5 days a week.
That's why I drink, like, I don't know if you guys heard of matcha.
Stop it.
This brother's on the trends.
Yeah, he's trendy.
So I drink matcha, like, from time to time, like, you know, just matcha, the green stuff. So
I can agree that coffee culture is a bit over the top.
Yeah.
Because like you go into some cafes and do you want a tall, a flat, a fat,
Jumbo?
Jumbo. Like, you know, sometimes you get a bit confused.
Bro, it's like an NFL football play. 22, 32 sweet, jet sweet. Wow.
Nah, coffee culture can get a bit out of hand, but coffee itself, it's good.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's overrated, but I love it. I don't care if it's overrated. I'll pay that $7.
Yep.
How many coffees do you have, Nick?
Probably just one a day.
No.
And then like
wait, let me ask you
again?
this question.
Come again?
maybe 2. This one was a really weak one, man. This one was a weak one. Like it was
To
just
be honest, I didn't even see the cup,
yeah,
mate.
it was very small. It was a very small one. Very, very small amount.
What were you going to ask?
No, I was going to say, I just got a question for Jahnneric. Do you start your day with coffee?
My day doesn't start without coffee.
See,
I do not start anything.
Yeah.
Put the camera on me. I do not start anything until I have a coffee, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can't. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Like I can't start my day.
Stars down the line.
Yeah, the stars down the line. Until I hit that.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
You just
I'm
need that
on.
caffeine.
But look, I don't promote it because one thing.
With that being said,
With that being said, like, yeah, I don't promote it.
Yeah.
Drink up and go.
here it is, folks.
Mate.
Or decaf.
Or Cara. No,
Or Cara.
Or Cara.
Or Cara, man.
Mate.
But yeah, fair enough. It is expensive, so fair.
Yeah, there's some coffees out there that are like 10.
See, that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Expensive.
It's expensive. It's expensive.
Yep. Okay, and then our next one. Hey, this was a very controversial one, and maybe we might get all flamed for each other's answers. But which city in Australia? Which city in Australia has the worst drivers? Which city in Australia has the worst drivers? Wait, just put it there so I can, because I'm going to edit that. Which city in Australia has the worst drivers? Which city? You got Melbourne, you got Perth, you have Sydney, you have Brisbane.
Man, I'm going to give you my top 3. How about that?
Yeah, fair.
Starting off on number 3 on my list would have to be Brisbane. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Queensland.
one.
And this is the reason why they're number 3 on my list.
Oh, wait. Number 3?
Number 3.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm giving you top 3. Number 3, the reason why, if you're driving on a fast lane,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the weather in Queensland or it's just sunny. It's you know, sunny days. It's warm. Everyone's just chill.
Yeah.
You're driving on the right lane trying to overtake people. It's not happening, folks.
Yeah.
You got to jump on the left lane and overtake everyone on the right lane. I think everyone's just chill in Queensland. So good on you guys for driving to the speed limit. But when you're driving under the speed limit, come on, mate. So I'll say number 3. Number 2 on the list will have to be Sydney. Sydney folks, man, it doesn't matter what time of the day it is. Everyone is trying to race you. I'm telling you, they will race you to the traffic light, to the exit. Just a trip to the grocery store is going to turn into Fast and Furious. I'm telling you. Every time you jump in the car, I guarantee you, if you try to overtake someone, they're gonna race you. Is that true or not?
That's him. That's him. That's him.
You're the owner.
That's him.
So that's number 2 on my list. Sydney folks, man, you guys stay speed. But what I will say about Sydney folks, they know how to drive.
Amen.
They will speed and go crazy, but they will be safe about it. Most times. 9 times out of 10. And number 1 on my list, the worst drivers in the country is Melbourne. Bro. Not only do they speed like Sydney folks, but they are reckless. They cannot drive. That's what I've seen. Like no indicators. They will just swerve.
Even their road rules are
just reckless.
Bit out of whack. Even though
that's another convo, man.
In the city, and then you got that swing turn, left lane to turn right.
Bro,
make
what
it make sense.
even is that?
Make it make sense.
My days.
So that's my 3. Melbourne, man.
Solid. I won't even give you a city. I'll give you a state.
Yeah.
Oh man, though everyone's getting it.
Hey, Queensland. Queensland drivers. They're just the worst. Like, I just have had bad experiences every single time I've gone up, but it's just been out of whack every single time.
Like, why?
Just like the weaving, just the weaving with like cars. and just the spaces they take, just the amount of like beep and the amount of swerving I see, just the amount of like dangerous like overtakes. Every single time I've been up to Queensland, just been a bad experience.
Yeah.
And I feel like you boys remember when I went to holiday and I came back?
Yeah.
I remember what I said then. Queensland's got some bad drivers, eh?
Yeah.
They just got terrible drivers.
Yep. I got to second you, bro.
Yeah.
Mate, Sydney has the best drivers. That's what I'm gonna say. And Queensland have the absolute worst drivers, bro. I need to. I'm very passionate about this topic because I used to live there, man, for 1 year. They do not know how to use their indicator, and they don't know how to merge from a highway. They don't know how to merge like into the highway from exits into the highway. They don't know how to do that. Like, I don't know.
Like the people merging into
Into the highway. Yep.
They don't know how to merge in.
Yeah. They'll just like stop. They will stop and just stay there until, and then you're behind them, like just, and there'll be cars giving them way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not
like,
supposed to be.
yeah.
So-
I think their drivers are.
Yeah.
I think they-
Brisbane or just Queensland?
Why? I think.
Just got through everyone under the bus.
Like
bro.
Queensland can all have it.
Yeah, I think Queensland.
Yeah, they can
I,
Queensland.
I think Queensland as a
Mate,
whole, like the whole state, all of them,
That's huge.
all the way from Rockhampton, all the way down to Gold Coast, mate. That's where it stretches. They're all bad.
What about you? Des has traveled a lot, actually.
Des is well traveled.
Well traveled.
So when his opinion, I reckon, is actually pretty valid.
I have to say Sydney's good drivers,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can't remember Queensland because it's a blur.
Yeah.
But I have to say Canberra, bro.
Canberra.
Canberra is probably the worst drivers I've
Yeah.
ever seen in my
What?
life.
Them politicians in a rush, eh?
Yeah. Well, they just don't know the rules, you know.
Fair.
I'd say I've had the
Yeah.
best experience driving here in
Yeah.
Canberra, straight out.
Fair.
Maybe because we just in the countryside we drive a little faster.
Oh,
Yeah.
But these guys are just
Yeah.
too slow to make decisions, or just too slow how to deal with a situation. So, for
Yeah,
instance, if
fair.
someone just comes in front of you,
Hesitant drivers,
yeah,
eh?
they just hesitate. They just stop
Yeah, fair.
instead of knowing how to flow with the go with the
flow with emotion, eh?
Hey.
All right, Des.
Slow motion. What's happening?
Oh, flow with emotion.
But you know what it is? It's in Canberra. Like, I feel like I was a bit like, because when I first got here, my brother told me this is the most surveilled place in Australia. So I was just like paranoid about every single camera along the way.
Wow.
But then you just like match the pace of the traffic, eh? But that's an interesting take.
Yep.
Mm.
All
Slow
right.
motion, mate.
Flow
you're saying-
motion.
So you're saying Melbourne?
Melbourne, yeah.
So you're saying Melbourne.
Brisbane.
Des says Canberra. You're Brisbane, and I'm
No, this
Brisbane
guy's
too.
Queensland.
Oh, you're whole
Oh,
Queensland. You're the whole of Queensland, bro.
Crazy.
Same. Me, I'm the whole of Queensland, bro. All their drivers, they need to go back and do their lessons again. But I love you all, man. My South Queensland family, I love you all. I love you all.
I love Canberra too. I love Canberra.
I love you all, Queenslanders, man.
I just want to emphasize that was Jahnneric affiliate.
What? No, bro.
And that was Desmond Moala that said that Canberra is bad drivers.
Hey guys,
That's what I emphasized.
I think you guys don't remember that. I'll edit this. So I'm gonna edit it to make you look like the villain, mate. I'm gonna make them all turn against you, mate.
Tell it, tag Tommy.
Tommy the cowboy, mate. He's gonna come after you. All right, brothers. Hey, look, it's been fun. Really good cold takes. Now we're gonna get into our hot takes, hey, brothers?
Yeah.
So basically, this is like just a segment that we just break down a few things that we've learned in life, past experiences, etc., etc. The first hot take right now is how did your parents' love story shape your idea of relationships? So you guys understand the question? It's basically how did seeing your parents' love story, how did that affect the way you guys saw relationships, etc.?
Ooh, yeah. Nah, I've always like being someone that's just this year got into a relationship. I've had a lot of time to reflect on this. And my father, I'm really fortunate to have like a father that really showed me how to love, and he's just been he's my point of reference when it comes to how to treat like those you love. And I've being my like parents' child, I've seen the ups and downs of their marriage. But one thing that I've really respected my father and over the years for is regardless of what happens, regardless of a fight, regardless of a shouting match, he'll get up in the morning. And how the dynamic was, my father was the one that worked to get us out of Samoa. When we got to New Zealand, he worked and studied. But when we got to Australia, the dynamic changed where my mum wanted to work. So ever since I've been in Australia, my dad's really modeled like he would get up in the morning, he would make my mum's lunch, he would make sure her washing was done, and that was done regardless. Like there was fights where you would see like, oh, is mum dad still gonna be together? Is mum and dad still like? But regardless, my dad woke up in the morning, made sure that her clothes were dry, her lunch was made, and I just can't like the respect I have for my father in that aspect is just like to this day I try and carry that over into my own relationship. And it's very unconditional, and yeah, it's in my personal love life, and I've just tried to constantly show up, I think is what my father really taught me. And yeah, my mum and dad's love life is as just I've taken the pointers that my dad's shown me, and my mum being a worker, and just but I would really like to just highlight that my father is who I kind of emulate in my own relationship, because I was fortunate enough to have a dad that really loved on me, and
That's mad.
And he taught me how to treat women, and not even how to just treat women, just to treat everyone with respect, and loving on your kids. I remember my dad, this was Mountain View. It was Mountain View. Mountain View. I wanna so Cedric's younger sister was my best friend back then. Shout out Natu. if Natu ever watches this. And she came crying to me at school. And long story short, I got in trouble because I hit a kid defending Natu, and I got home and my dad didn't hit me, didn't like beat me up, but he sat me down, and like it's kind of like a core memory of mine, because in that moment he didn't yell at me or like shout at me. He'd sat me down. He was like, "Son, I know you're better than this. Like I know what you think you did was right, but you shouldn't lay hands." And like I carry that with me to this day. It's just like he used that as a teaching moment, not as a punishment moment.
Yeah.
And I think that's really valuable to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome, bro. Yourself, Sedi?
Yeah. Sorry, what was the question again?
So, it was like, sorry, let me get it out.
Just wanted to make sure I understand the question.
How did your parents' love story shape your idea of relationships?
Yeah, I think I didn't really understand my parents' love story until quite recently, I'd say. I think as a young kid, you don't really think about those things too much until you kind of get into a relationship or you're interested in someone. But I think when I found out more details about my parents' marriage or relationship, they were married pretty young. And they didn't really know each other that well, to be honest. But because they were in a relationship, my mum is a pastor's kid. And of course, with ministers, perception is everything. And so I think my grandparents wanted my parents to get married, but they didn't really date for too long. They didn't really know each other too well. So anyways, they got married pretty young and had children young. So they didn't really have time together as a couple, getting to understand and really know each other. Obviously, they became parents. So for me, looking back, I didn't realize that until now. And so looking back, I think one thing for me is the importance of building a friendship. Or for context, my parents aren't together anymore. They're divorced now. And looking back, I think part of the reason why is because they didn't really have quality time together, getting to know each other, values, future. They just got married, had kids, and then just life just took off. So I think one thing that is important that I would say is to build a solid foundation in my relationship. And to me, that starts with friendship. So with when I'm dating someone, so for my wife now, so we dated for I don't know, maybe 6 months before we got engaged. And during that time period, I was really intentional about building our friendship, like really getting to know each other. Because the reason why that's important is because, you know, there's gonna come a time where you're gonna argue. There's gonna come a time where you grow old, and guess what? Your looks are gonna fade away. So what happens? And let's say you're gifted. Let's say you're talented. What happens when that talent fades away? And if that person loves you because of you're a great footy player, but what happens if you get injured? Yeah. What are you gonna fall back on now? If you have money and all of a sudden you don't have money in the relationship, what foundation do you have to fall back on? Yeah. So that's why building friendship is important, because guess what? When money is not there, when the looks are not there, you're always gonna fall back to your friendship. When you have arguments and you guys are not, you know, in alignment, guess what? You're gonna fall back to your relationship because you guys love each other. You have a good friendship that builds into the next phase. So yeah, I've always been really intentional about that. I always tell people, hey, build a solid foundation, and that's friendship. Really get to know each other, because there's gonna come a time where you guys are gonna fight. You guys are not gonna like each other, but at the end of the day, you still have that respect because you genuinely, you know, love that person. It's not based off of their bank account and their looks and their following. It's those are superficial things, but you really need a solid foundation. And I'll say the last thing, when my parents met, this is one thing that I knew growing up, is that my dad was a boxer, and he did really well for the country, and he actually was nominated to go to the Barcelona Olympics to represent Samoa. Anyways, my mom hit him with the, hey, if you go there, it's either you go there and pursue your dream or you marry me. And my dad, he loves boxing, and he was really good at it. He reffed, he coached, but anyways, he chose to marry my mum. So, and I knew that growing up. So I think now I'm at a stage where it's like, oh, listen, like I might have dreams, I might have things, but if that's gonna take away from my wife, you know, I don't think that's a healthy thing. And I just want to read a scripture, if that's okay. It's Ephesians chapter 5. I know this is a common one, but I just want to read verse 25 and then 28. It says, for husbands, this means love your wives, just as Christ loved the church. What did Jesus do for us? He died for us. That's love. And that's what our wives, that's what ladies really crave, is love. And in verse 28, in the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as they love their own bodies. For a man who loves his wife actually shows love for himself. So again, as husbands, as men, what we can give to a woman is love. And, you know, that could be something as simple as making sure, you know, she's fed, like as she has food, dinner, you know, you're just checking in on her, like that her feelings are validated. Like that's what girls want. That's what girls need. As men, it's respect. Yeah. We feel loved when a woman respects us. Of course. When a woman disrespects us, we feel like we're not loved. And in the same way, we respect our woman when we love her. So yeah, I'll say those two things I learned from my parents' relationship, just learning to love my spouse, my partner, my wife, and yeah, making sure that I don't put anything above. Obviously, it's God first. Yeah, and then yeah, it's loving the wife.
That's so powerful, bro. I think both of you shared some powerful things. I think from my experience, like, I think, you know, the saying goes, like, I never really understood it back then, but I understand it now, where your parents are your first model of what a relationship looks like. Yep. And so for myself, my parents were very young when they had me. So my mom was about like 17. My dad was about 19, 20. My mom was 17, 18. And this was like during the early 2000s. And so like, just to put things into perspective, you know, my mom and my mom's parents and my grandparents, they just moved over from Samoa, New Zealand, whatever. And now they had me, and I'm the eldest of 25 grandchildren. But because they were so young, like my dad, you know, had a, you know, criminal background. My mom, you know, they were still into that clubbing scene. drinking lifestyle. So that's the kind of environment that I grew up around, was the continuous drinking, or like the lifestyle of like clubbing and stuff, because my parents were young. And so like growing up, I remember just seeing a lot of fighting, like, and seeing a lot of just arguments happen inside the car. And I was a baby, as I was a kid, I was a young boy. And so like I kind of seen that from like the ages of like, when I was born to about maybe all the way to up to like maybe my teenage years, just constant, like, and this was like every weekend my parents would, like have drink ups with my family or whatever. This was a reoccurring thing. And, when alcohol is involved, then that's when like things just, things just get worse, And so like my parents, I think a lot of the times growing up, I just seen how they kind of talk to each other. And for me, when sometimes your father is being very blunt with your mum or being very assertive with your mother, like sometimes, and sometimes the language wasn't good. I mean, sometimes it was like very, very authoritative or very mean, you know what I mean? And sometimes, they'll get my mum to listen. And for me, I saw that and I thought that's how it's supposed to be. That's how a relationship was supposed to be. And so sometimes, when I was in my relationship, I've only been in one, I thought that was right, And so like when I was doing that, it's all I knew, you know what I mean? And because I've been conditioned from that, from such a young age, and then I realized I started to remember that when I hit my teenage years, which was like 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, I would like kind of hear my parents say to myself, like, say to each other, let's not fight in front of the camera, or let's not fight in front of our son. Let's fight somewhere else. So like they'll go outside and they'll have a private conversation. But probably towards my later teen years, like my parents actually started to realize a lot of those patterns and they started to change. So from 15 to like 18, I started to notice that they try to resolve conflict better. And they did, and they started to change their ways, etc. And for me, I started to realize that my parents, they're growing as well. Like this was their first time parenting, and also this is their first time like raising a son, being babies themselves. And I remember like, when they've had kids, and people would always say, it's kids raising kids, and that's essentially what it was in a way. So like growing up, that was always what I saw and what I thought was right. And now like being in the position where I am now, obviously these are the patterns and the traits that we want to unlearn, right? And we want to kind of do better in. And so like being able to unlearn a lot of those things, but also seeing the way that my parents try to resolve things later in their marriage, because they knew, they don't want to continue living this cycle as parents. And so they started to change their ways. And in that, I started to see that and recognize that. And then, it led for my, want to break that cycle of communication, being able to talk to each other properly. So that was just a bit about my kind of upbringing. So that was the love story. But in saying that, my mom and dad loved each other so much. They showed so much love to each other. My mom always had my dad's back. My dad always had my mom's back. Like their love was like a 90s love. You know what I mean? Like you see in the movies, like, Get Rich. That was my mom and dad's love. So I saw that growing up. You know what I mean? And so right now in the position that I am, just learning from that, like things that I'm going to take from that relationship and things that I won't take into my relationship. So yeah, that was kind of my upbringing. But yeah, another kind of segue, if you guys want to, probably just one more question, or if you guys are all right with that. How did your childhood shape the way you handle conflict or affection?
Out of my childhood, man, I'll be honest, I think I really struggle with conflict, Wow. Like in terms of like, I hate it. Like to this day, it's something that is like, I'd rather not deal with it. And I think when I was growing up, there was times where I would, like my dad, like he's a gun leader, like he's like a very, I don't know, he's got a big personality. Yeah. You can tell when he's on like very present. He's joking around, like very big personality. Anyways, but when my dad's under the pump, man, you can notice it too. He goes quiet. He gets snappy. He just kind of shies away from dealing with conflict. And I think sometimes, especially when he knows it, when he's might not be in the right as well. So I think for me, I kind of get like that. like naturally I shy away from conflicts, but I think I've kind of learned that in my life, because I haven't dealt with things straight away, like if there's a conflict between me and my siblings, like I'll just kind of brush it off, or I'll suppress my feelings and pretend like everything's okay. So that's what I usually do. So I'll just always be optimistic and be like, oh, no, everything's all right. She'll be right. Tomorrow they might forget, but they don't forget. Or people will, will kind of remember those things. So I'll say for a long period of my life, I was just afraid to deal with conflict. And I think it's maybe just habits that I've seen, but also just in me from my folks. So I kind of realized like, I need to kind of break out of that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like that. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be a person that, can take ownership and take responsibility. But not only that, I think going through a lot of family internal arguments and division and just all of that stuff, I think it's kind of made me embrace conflict. So now when there's conflict, I'm like, you know what, actually let's talk about it. Let's work through it.
Yeah.
And I think through those bad or tough times, I think God has conditioned me to be a bit more resilient. So now I'm still working on it. When I have problems, I'm like, I need to work through it. I can't just sweep it under the rug. And I think when I'm with my folks, I kind of like, man, that's me. But I need to I need to grow out of that or things like that.
True.
Nice. I guess for me, I grew up in your classic Samoan household where it's very hierarchical, and I'm second youngest of my brothers. And it's all boys, so someone had to do the chores. And so my childhood was very much a lot of I guess being told what to do, and how I dealt with conflict was kind of the same. Like I grew up in a time where it was like you're not allowed to be angry, you're not allowed to be right, you're not allowed to be wrong, you're just not allowed. You're just not allowed. And so you learn very quickly to suppress a lot of your emotions. So like, I'm sure you guys have been part of like, why are you crying? Like, why are you crying? Oh, maybe because you just like beat me up. But I was like, I'll give you something to cry about. So it's been a lot of suppression in my childhood, and I guess that came out at school. Like sometimes, where I would like, just be loud at school, or like try and be more controlling of my own life, and it was toxic. It was toxic because like my behavior at school, I was trying to be the man, but I come home and I'm a rabbit, like like I'm a nobody. But I feel like I realized how I dealt with conflict, like how my childhood shaped me to view conflict was like I grew up being a peacemaker of my household, and I was very much not the hot-headed person, or like as hot-headed as my brothers were. So for a lot of my childhood as well, it was just like making sure my little brother was all right from fights. And then when I got a bit older, was like breaking fights apart. And then I feel like I kind of craved independence in like I kind of I didn't learn from that to be better. What I took from it was like I need to learn how to stand on my own 2 feet to be able to stand with them on how they control their conflict resolution. Because the way I saw it was you fight it out.
Yeah.
And so because I couldn't fight it out because I viewed myself as weaker, I tried to tailor my life in a way that I could stand next to them in that fight. Because I was Samoan hierarchy, I'm no one. I'm the second youngest of 5. And so forever, I will be the youngest.
Yeah.
And I will respect my brothers. But I've always wanted to join the army, and then I got the opportunity to work in the prisons. and I got to work with a team where conflict resolution was their only job. And I guess like in that, I kind of learned that instead of learning like, oh, now I'm tough. Now I'm like, that's what I went in for, to come out tougher. What ended up happening was like, wow, I see the result of how that type of conflict resolution like ends. This is the worst case scenario. Because a lot of these guys would have been in the same position like as like where I grew up with. A fight that leads to something else, that leads to something else, that leads you to jail. Yeah. And so when I left the jails, I feel like I came out with a different perspective on it, where my childhood had taught me, where from my childhood I'd taken away, if you want to be good at conflict resolution, you got to be strong enough to have a voice. Yeah. But when I went to actively search for it, I found that way never works. Yeah. So I feel like a lot of the growth that I had from the prison in dealing with conflict now is that you have to level. I feel like that's a very important aspect of how I deal with conflict now, is that you can never match them where they're at, or it's just going to elevate. Yeah. Because if I was talking to a prisoner and I came in shouting and he was shouting, like that's universal. You know, like if you have a friend, like a fight with your wife, you can never match them at the energy that they're at. You gotta level them out down to where you're like, you gotta come in. And so I feel like the way I deal with conflict resolution now is I deal with it in a more calmer way, because in the back of my mind, the worst case scenario always plays. So actively, my current stance on it is, I'm pretty comfortable with conflict. Like conflict doesn't, like my body kind of just goes into like a fix it mode. Yeah. Kind of goes into a fix it mode.
Are you calm?
Yeah. Like, but that's because of the training. Yeah. That's because of the traiing. Yeah. But prior to that, I was the type of the guys that when they got angry, they cry. You know, like I was a crybaby. Like, you know, like I was soft. Like I grew up soft. Because of the people around me was just all rough, you know. Everyone was fighting to be the toughest. Everyone wanted to be top honcho, and that just wasn't me. You know, I wasn't the best rugby player. I wasn't the best fighter. Like I read books. You know, I played chess. You know, that was what I did growing up, and so I guess how my childhood like molded conflict for me was, my understanding was, if you want to be good at, like, you got to be the strongest so that your voice is heard the loudest. Because that's how it is. Law of the jungle is that if you know, one of the people I grew up told me to shut up, I would zip, you know, because it was like, he's got me in a fight, you know. But now I think I'm quite comfortable in that space, because I've dealt with the worst. Yep. Yeah, I've dealt with the worst. I've seen like heavy hitters. I've seen some stuff, and this conflict is my comfortable. Like, hey, you throw me there, I'll do that just for a job. You know. But growing up soft, my childhood taught me that got to be the strongest to be the best. But now I deal with it differently because I've been trained differently. Yeah.
That's awesome. And you've actually been able to learn those things to be able to break those cycles.
Like,
so
definitely.
I think that's what's actually helped a lot, is because sometimes if we stay in those environments and we actually don't branch out and get into environments that can actually teach us the tools that can help, you know, with conflict. Yeah. And I think that's kind of similar to where I stand. So I'll read the question again just for myself, just to jog my memory. How did your childhood shape the way you handle conflict or affection? I think, like, I don't know about your guys' household, but my household, when it came to conflict, it's like, you know, when something's like when things are heating up, no one will really talk about it until the bubble burst.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like, you know, the tension lingers in our household because, you know, like no one knows how to speak up or address the problem because what we're used to is what you said. You're used to throwing hands or just fighting. Yeah. And so like, that's what we kind of thought was normal. And so like in my household, like that's all I saw was like, we'll just wait. Or like, and then like, you know, my family members would be talking to each other. Oh, you hear what he said? Oh, that's what he said. Oh, and it will just go back and forth. And we live in the same household, mind you. And then it's not until someone, you know, gets actually very angry and then they get triggered and then they start, you know, they come out and then it just explodes. You know what I mean? And then that's when you're like, okay, we'll sort the problem then. Yeah. And then like growing up, I've seen so many times of like with my uncles, we fighting my uncles or my aunties, etc. And so like, seeing that, like, I think my dad tried to implement something when I was a bit older, where he, instead of trying to wait until the problem, you know, the bubble burst, like instead of being reactive to solving the problem, being proactive in solving it all. You know what I mean? So that's what my dad tried to implement within myself. And so like when conflict is arising, he's like, try and identify the things before they get to the root cause and the triggers happen and then conflict happens. Bro. Yeah, and so like he would always tell me that just look for those triggers because you can tell. You can tell. You know, body language. You know, if someone's getting angry, you know what I mean?
It's one of those.
Yeah.
Come again? What'd you say? Yeah. I know.
It is, man. And like for us, it's like, and sometimes like we glorify the conflict. Where in island households, like we want there to be a problem.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, oh yeah.
And when they grab the edge of the seats, come again? What say it?
Yeah, it's like, you know, we want conflict to occur, and that's so it's so toxic. You know what I mean? That cycle, it just continues. You know, we wait until a problem happens, people fight, and then we want to solve it. Someone has a bruised eye, someone's on his way to jail, but then we'll choose to solve it then. But my dad was always like, identify the root causes first before it gets to that place, because trust me, you don't want someone going home in a paddy wagon, and you also don't want, you know, someone to be in front of court the next day. Yeah, and so like in life now, or just in general, like you can tell when there's tension flaring in the air, and then you want to make sure that you're de-escalating that as soon as you can. Yeah. So
100%.
And so like that's what I kind of saw when it came to conflict.
You just reminded me of so much that I have forgotten about. I don't know if your folks did this, but we used to do opening Sabbath. Yeah. It was like Judgment Day. It was like my dad would like bring back, you know, every sin you had during the week, every look you had, you know, everything came out opening Sabbath. And I remember we'd all sit around and like, I think I was the second eldest, and all my younger siblings, they were just quiet, you know, scared. And then my older sister, she was always the one. She always had to say something. She always had something to say, even when we were in the wrong. But I was just look at her. But I'll just look at her like, bro, shut up. Like, we're about to get a hiding, all of us. I'll just look at her like, bro, like seriously. She always has something to say. So I think from a young age, bro, I learned to be diplomatic. Wow. And you know, if you're living in Canberra, you have to be a politician, mate. Yeah. You gotta know how to read the room. And sometimes it's better to zip the lip, mate, and just observe what's happening. Yeah. So I'll say, like, I think for conflict growing up, that was me. I was just like, nah, just listen. You know, that's what my dad said. Yeah. Listen. I'll just watch. And then when it blows up, you know, I'll be the peacemaker. Yeah. But I was always scared to deal with the actual conflict. Yeah. So I got to say my sister, man, she was the one that kind of taught me how to be a peacemaker. Chill, man.
I feel like it's contextual as well. Like I feel like now I don't adhere to these beliefs anymore, you know. But like growing up, I used to like think some people just deserve a punch. You know? Yeah. You know, like so, like that's what I used to. Yeah, like, but one thing.
Did you bring the belt for your to your parents?
No, your siblings. One of those ones where go get the belt. And you come back with a stick. Good enough. No, but it was just like one of those ones where I think, like in saying that, there was lessons that I took from it. Yeah, of course. It's that actions have consequences.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I knew, like the way I carry myself right now is that if I start talking crazy, I know that something can happen to me, you know? So like, I think that's something positive that I can take from it. It's that actions
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
was
have-
your positive from the.
Yeah.
What was your positive from the identifying the signs?
No, man. I mean, like positives that I can get from it is like seeing what you don't want to do. Like
Yeah.
you know, as you said, like seeing the path that you don't want to take. Because I didn't like seeing my we've had the where when it's escalated and then the police is there and it's like you can be like, bro, this could have been solved.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
from the start of the night. Like
Yeah,
it didn't have
100%.
to escalate this way. And then like it comes to the other side of the question where affection, if you've ever had affection growing up in a household. And for myself, like I'm not too sure about you guys in your household, but like affection wasn't a big thing in my household. Like we didn't really show each other affection, physically or like verbally. Would never say I love you too much. You know what I mean? Especially in our household. But I think one thing that I do always remember is that when our family members were under the influence of alcohol, when they were tipsy or when they were a bit drunk, that's when affection was mostly showed within the household. And like for me, that's the only time that I actually received that kind of love from my mother. And for a long time, you know what I mean? Like the only times was when there was alcohol involved. That's when they were able to give you a hug or like verbally say that they love you and stuff. So like my whole kind of view was twisted in a way growing up is because that's the only time that I received love is through alcohol. And this is why it like for me, I'm very passionate about this area is because if you're not receiving that kind of love or affection in the home, young men will try and find it outside of the home. They'll try and find it in other places, you know what I mean? So and that is in other places, you know what I mean? Like you know where those places are, you know. I didn't even have to mention them, but I'm not too sure if you guys had the same experiences with affection in your guys' household, but I know for sometimes Islander households in general, affection isn't a big thing.
Yeah. Like the word love is a weird, it's weird in like our house. Like the only person who ever hears that is like your mum. Yeah. Like that's the only person like, love you, mum. But like in all honesty, and like me and my brothers have a all right like relationship. Like I talk to like my brothers and whenever we see each other, but like in all honesty, I don't remember the last time I told my brothers I loved them. Like I don't remember for years. And it's just like that wasn't the dynamic in our household.
But although like you said, like you don't know when's the last time, but it's like a unspoken thing where like you know your brother's got your back. You know what I mean? When things get tough, you know that they've got
100%.
even though they never say it, they're the first ones to come.
It's that type of love. It's that type of love. But like when you're in the like that like back of your mind, like hearing it matters. Yeah.
And
Like,
did it ever affect your guys' relationships, like your marriage or your relationship? Because I think for myself, not receiving that affection and love within the home, it did kind of seep in because it does like have a toll on your self-worth. Because everything starts in the home. Like, so if you're not feeling, like worthy enough in your own home, man, imagine going out into the world. So I'm not too sure if you guys had that experience. But yeah, that's kind of like
definitely. Because it's like weird, like you'd like grow up like and you'd watch other siblings be close.
And
I've never like
bro.
Like and it was like, wow, like they're weird. Why are they like why like that?
I thought it was weird, bro. You know what I mean?
Like that's weird. Like
and then I started
like why are those siblings hugging weirdly? Like what are you doing? Like and because our home like is like the fun times are like when you're playing the console together or like you're like play fighting or like you're watching TV or like you're eating together. But like there was never a time where like I actively try to spend time with my siblings. Yeah, like
True.
like I see all the movies and it's like, I'm just gonna go play with my brother. Like I would never like like it was just that wasn't the type of household we came from, and to this day I feel like it has affected like how me and my brothers like respond and like talk to people is like, never like I won't get off the phone with my brother. It's like, sweet ass. I'll talk to you later. Never like I just love you and then back, like but like my brothers like I love my brothers. Like regardless of distance. Like and that's something that Samoan values has taught me that you're like you can't. That's your blood. And that's still a value that's like still instilled into me. Is that like blood matters. And so I do love my brothers, but
Yeah.
it's just affected
Yeah.
I guess friendships, how you talk to your friendships too.
Yeah.
Because I see friend groups that were like, love you.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and I was like it, to
Yeah.
me,
It's very
in
taboo.
my head, it's just like,
Yeah.
are you weird?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they're in a healthier place than I am.
Yeah.
And but as of recent, I've been more comfortable with the word
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
Because I don't deal with affection well.
Yeah.
I don't deal with happy birthday as well. Because it's just never. I feel like in our household, a childhood is you're never prioritized because the village matters more than you.
Yeah.
Where I feel like other models prioritize them individually in where they're at.
Yeah.
But the Islander model is that you make your fun amongst your age group, your cousins in your age, but there'll never be a time where you're prioritized. Only if you're athlete. Only if you make something of yourself.
Yeah.
See that?
You know?
That's my experience with affection and childhood is if you please the parents. You do something good, you win an award.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, son, we're proud of you.
Yeah.
That was me. So I grew up. Oh man, I was a master parent pleaser, bro. Totally. Your boy was totally praying Psalm 1.
Yeah.
You know, when I do Sabbath school or when I go to church, I'll do my memory verse because I wanted to make my parents happy. So when my parents were mad at me or not happy, oh man, I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
And I think that was really toxic in terms of seeking affection that way.
Yeah.
So I was always trying to not intentionally, but I was always happy because I was a sibling that would get that from my parents, which is really, really bad. But I think I kind of grew out of that, people pleasing and parent pleasing. I just thought, oh man, this isn't healthy.
Yeah.
I should just do whatever it is for my parents or siblings because I love them, not because I want something from them.
Yeah.
So, and I think me and my siblings, I used to be really bad toward my younger siblings. I used to bully them. Apparently, I didn't even know until they told me recently. So apparently, my sisters, man, it was really hard for them. Me and my older ones, we were all very close because we grew up together. But my younger ones, they were despised me, because apparently I mistreated them. But obviously, I don't remember this. So growing up, it kind of took me a while to
build that trust.
But because we've gone through so much, because of folks and fighting, we really grew together. So man, I got my siblings. Every time I call them, I'll get off the phone. I always tell them I love them. I text them that I love them. And even my old man, even when I get off the phone with him, he might not, I'll tell him I love him, I love him, and he might just hang up, but I don't care, because that's just, I just think it's important for me to even just set the tone. But I think it's pretty toxic if you're seeking affection by achieving stuff.
And I think that's where things have changed for me to where I used to have that mentality, or I grew up with that kind of household where everything was reward based. Is it that if you're thriving in life, then we'll treat you so nice and would love on you. And then I started to notice that when I actually wasn't doing well a few years ago, when I didn't have no job, I wasn't making as money, and then my life was falling apart, and then the love in the household started to fade, and then that's where my self-worth came from. And so a lot of the times when we're trying to seek that validation, we have to people please to receive something, that's when we kind of get messed up. And so in our relationships, it's if I'm not doing right by my partner, or if I'm not if I'm not doing things that will please her, she's not gonna love me anymore, or she no longer loves me because I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, or I'm not providing, or
You're falling short.
And so that's where the unconditional love came in. And so when we started to notice, for me, when I started to rewire my brain through the help of mentors of how the unconditional love that comes from God, and my source of love should only come from God, and then I started to see other relationships. They didn't really, if they loved me or not, I couldn't care less, because my source came from God.
Amen.
You know what I mean? So that's where my learnings was, and I had to rewire my brain. It's because we just grew up in a household where you do well, here's your chocolate. If you're not doing well, smack you in the hand. You know what I mean? But
I think there's a cultural thing as well.
Yeah.
Samoan culture doesn't foster that type of conversation around love. And it doesn't kind of translate into a healthy male translation of love or understanding of love in their adulthood.
Yeah.
Because like we are very, very hierarchical culture.
Yeah.
Very, very hierarchical culture. And like I was the same, like when you're only validated when you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Like you get a good boy if you've done the dishes, laundry, vacuum the house.
Yeah.
Like that's when you're
Yeah.
when you're good.
When we
to-
love you.
Yeah,
and we're gonna give you everything.
Yeah. But I like it's true, because I feel like in my like relationship, like one of the hurdles I had to take like is like, oh no, like this girl loves me for me.
Yeah, bro. And that could be such a like to other people that's so normal, but for us, I don't know.
It's weird.
It's like
and
but when you start to understand that, that you can actually be loved
100%.
for just being you, and you don't have to like work for it or earn anything. You're loved because of just being Jafi.
I feel like I still like trying to learn that behavior. Like it's like still something that I'm trying to understand. Like that someone could like just get to know me for me, and then decide that they want to stay with me. Like it's weird, like concept. Hey, like
and like you have, I don't know if you have the thoughts in the back of your mind, like if I'm not performing, oh my gosh, she's gonna leave me.
But
like those kind of thoughts will happen. But like you're right, like when you're starting to understand that that person loves you for you, then you're kind of secure in that.
I've had this conversation like as of recently. You know, I'm still in that 6 months dating phase. But it was like, because for me, we're in that conflict when when you're young and like you haven't done something right, your parents start asking you questions.
Yeah, bro.
Like, well, didn't I tell you to do that?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's always like, how many times I gotta tell you to do this? Did I tell you that? And I feel like I associate questions negatively in relationships.
Yeah, true.
And I'll
like what they're confronting you.
Yeah.
Instead of like actually trying to ask questions.
It's
like, why are you confronting me?
Yeah, so but my partner, she translates it in a different way. She takes the questioning as trying to get it to know each other better.
Okay.
And then it was like, for me, I was like, wow, like for me, like when you start asking me all these questions, like my just like, what, so many questions? Like that's
what
my.
did I do wrong?
They're like, what, you know, like, but like coming to understand that it's not her trying to like have a go at me. You know, it's not her trying to have a go at me. It's her just trying to like genuinely understand.
Yeah, bro.
And I was like, oh, like sorry, hun. Like, and then we had this conversation, and it's just like funny that we're bringing it up now, and it's just like, oh, well, that's a childhood thing. Yeah.
That's crazy because it's crazy how similar our kind of experiences are. Because I've had the same experience where like, when I was in a relationship, I'd be asked a lot of questions. Yeah, and I'm like, is there something I'm doing wrong? Like, you know, and I'll take that as an attack. Yeah. But when they weren't trying to attack me, they were actually trying to resolve things.
Yeah,
because
I feel like that's how the female brain works.
Yeah,
is that they gotta ask questions to understand.
Yeah.
Whereas the way we grew up,
it's just like
it was a lot of understanding by head nods.
Yeah,
like it was unspoken.
Like
where men live on our unspoken rules and doing by action.
Yeah,
and the action is what validates us. Like, so if my friend showed up for me, that's my friend.
Yeah,
yeah. But if he's just talking to me at school but doesn't show up for me, then because that's how we. That's the language of men. Is that you got to show up. Yeah. But for females, it's just to talk.
Yeah.
Like,
and sorry, also just to add to what you're saying, I think like we spoke about before, affection. For ladies, because they love to talk. So at the same time, they're looking for what do you call it?
Emotional.
Like support.
Yeah.
That assurance.
Reassurance.
Yeah, reassurance.
That word, reassurance.
Yeah,
man.
like, and that's the reason why I say that, because we can love by reassuring even with our words.
Bro.
Does that make sense?
Crazy.
Yeah. So Jesus, obviously, he died on the cross in love for the bride, which is the church. And so for us as in relationships, we are loving you're loving your girlfriend by reassuring her, by loving her.
Yeah, bro.
Just steadily, like easing the mind, and that's why they're asking questions, because they want you to express to them, because that's how they operate.
Also, that's a learning moment, because brother, like in my last relationship, like when we 6 months into dating, the word reassurance came up.
There you go.
I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah.
Reassurance?
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
You're like, I told you the first time. Didn't you see the signs?
Bro, reassurance was not like was not a word that existed in my vocabulary.
Wasn't in
It's
the
because
vocab.
obviously the upbringing,
Yeah.
I don't know, like there was no reassurance.
No, there was no.
Yeah.
You know what I
It was
mean?
tell you once.
Yeah, it's tell you once and that's it. You know what I mean?
And you hold on to that one time that they told you for years to come.
But when you're holding onto it, you're also questioning, like, is it true or not? You know what I mean? So like the word reassurance, and then now being the age that I am and learning, and how important reassurance is, like
It's love, bro.
the word, like just giving your word to reassure your partner or your loved one actually just gives them a sense of security. It just makes them feel safe. And sometimes like we don't know how to do that. I didn't, bro. For like years, I battled on the word reassurance. I'm like, that shouldn't even exist. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? And then I started to notice when I needed the reassurance for my own mum, my own family, I needed that. And I'm trying to think of what is it that I need? It was reassurance. You know what I mean? But I didn't know what it was. So you're right, bro, when you're saying that, when like, and like, you both say, hit the nail on the head where you guys are saying women or like your,
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
and they just want
Because
that
it's just
reassurance.
like I never heard I love yous as much as this year.
That's crazy, bro.
You
So
know?
that's why you're in your room for ages.
But my thing is like that's a concept that's foreign to me.
Wait, can I ask you how has that been for you this year?
It's
Like,
been just learning moments over and over and over again. Because it's just all foreign concepts to me. Like, you know, it was just like that showing up matters, that reassurance matters, like that, you know, just like hearing I love you matters.
The lady's gonna love this.
Now, like what you know what I mean?
But it does something to you.
It does,
You hear
yeah.
from your parents.
Bro, the first time I received reassurance from my mum and dad, my mum, sorry, man, it just changed the whole game for me. Like the first time you ever hear that. So, you guys are right, man. I'll forever sing my dad's praises. But the year I moved to Wagga Wagga for the correctional officer job, the only person that ever called me, the only person that ever texted me was my dad. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Like,
mad you have that in your life,
I get
bro.
like emotional talking about this because it's like my dad like just shows up for me in my life.
That's love,
And like
bro.
in every way, like regardless of where I'm at.
Mm.
Like I feel like I could have been in like the gutter. I could have been in jail. My dad would come and text me. Like
Wow.
and that's why it's like important for me. One of my love languages is like just checking in.
Yeah.
Like showing up is because regardless of where I'm in life, like I want to say like a solid year and a half. Like not one person from my hometown like called me.
Wow.
Like,
Whoa.
and it was just like in like a moment of clarity. It's just like I can't hate on them for that. Life moves on.
Yeah.
You know, life moves on. But to like for a young boy like that was trying to make his way in the world,
Trying to find your way.
like trying to find my way, like I thought I had more friends than that. You know, I thought I had more friends than that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the reason why I will always sing my dad's praises is that because I moved up to Wagga, and it was just my dad and just Sam Varan, that and because Sam, my best friend,
Yeah.
yeah, like that guy would check up on me.
So Jonathan.
Yeah, that's my soul
Paul and
brother there.
Barnabas there.
But I grew up with like 30 youth.
Yeah.
You know, like I grew up with like boys in school. Like I grew up with like people that I would hang out with every single day. And like I'm not saying they had to text me, they had to call me, but
It would have been nice.
it would have been nice. It would have been nice.
And that's the reassurance,
And-
bro.
And that was like the reassurance. Like I was hanging on by a thread
Yeah.
because of my dad.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Father's love, bro.
And that it's important to hear it.
Yeah.
And it's important to see it.
Yeah.
And it's equally like, you know, and like this year, like really emphasized that for me.
Yeah.
is that putting my dad's actions into my own life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. That like that. Like shout out dad.
Yeah. Man, what a word, fellas. Look, it's getting late.
Nah.
Hey,
Shop boys.
Yeah, I think it's getting late. Anyone want to have the last word? Any last words from the brothers? Sharon, Seti?
Yeah, I think love is such a, obviously we use it all the time, but I think it's a lot deeper than just feelings and emotions and things.
Yeah.
You know, like you just heard from also Jeff, love is, you know, turning up. Love is expressing how you feel. You never know. Someone might be hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
And your check-in, your text message, you know, telling people that you're there for them, and that could make a difference. So yeah, maybe reassure someone today that God puts on your heart.
Yeah. Nah, brothers, I think just the last word from myself is continuing to like challenge these I guess ideas that we've kind of been brought up with, and continue to just minister in this way. And I think what we're doing is awesome, and praise God. Like all glory goes to God, like in this platform that we're on. But yeah, faithful men, and yeah, like it's been awesome to be able to break down a lot of these things, like relationships, conflicts, parents. It's been great, and I'm just looking forward to do that more. Look, we've been yarning for almost 2 hours, boys.
Yeah.
Like, and that's brilliant, and looking forward to cutting all this up. And thank you so much to our brother Des in the booth.
Man.
You're the man, bro.
T-gang.
Yeah, T-gangs or no. No. You gotta get me there.
I'll go for you.
You gotta get me there, bro. No. S gang all day. Nah, but brothers.
I love Rupe.
Nah, but brothers, thank you. I'll actually probably do something where like we'll just pray on the podcast, just to close us off. Sedius, did you want to pray for us?
Love to. Let's pray. Father in heaven, Lord, we just want to take this time to just give you praise. Lord, we had an opportunity to come together as brothers and have a laugh, but also have a yarn about real life stuff. Lord, we just pray that whoever listens to this podcast, Lord, may the words, may our experiences minister to them in a meaningful and practical way. I pray, Lord, that we can reassure and support our loved ones, and just be a blessing, Lord. Thank you, Father, for hearing our prayers. We commit it to you now in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Cheers.
Love and light.